Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Online Biology Tutorials. We are studying chapter 8 these days and I am already done with the definition of the health, the various categorizations of the diseases, good humor hypothesis, bacterial and protozoan diseases. In this video, I will be talking about the leftover diseases of chapter number 8. So let's get started with the first disease, and it is Ascariasis. Okay, Ascariasis. Fine. This is the first disease which is caused by roundworm. These worms, they are known as roundworms because when we cut transverse section of them, they appear round in their circumference. That's why the common name is roundworm. Now, these belong to phylum Aschelminthes. Okay, this we have studied already in grade 11. So, Aschelminthes, right? So, the causal organism of Ascariasis is Ascaris lumbricoides. This is the name of the causal organism that will cause Ascariasis. This is important, and they basically affect the alimentary canal of a human being. Okay, this is important. So if a one marker question comes on Ascariasis, you must know that this is caused by Ascaris lumbricoides, and this causal organism is generally known as roundworm, and it infects the alimentary canal of the human being. Only that much is important. Let's move on now to the liver fluke. This is the organism that will infect the liver. Okay, so here we will be talking about two types of liver fluke. One is common liver fluke, okay, and another is Chinese or Oriental liver fluke. This Chinese or Oriental liver fluke is the one that will infect the human being. However, if I talk about common liver fluke, then it is digenetic in nature, means it will be completing its life cycle in two hosts. The first host will be known as the primary host, and the another one will be known as the secondary host. Remember one thing, that whenever we are talking about primary and secondary, primary will be the one where sexual maturity will be attained. Okay, so primary host here in this case will be sheep and goat, and the name of the disease that will be caused is cirrhosis. Okay, cirrhosis is a disease of the liver in which the cells of the liver, they start to degenerate. Okay, secondary host is snail. Got it? So common liver fluke is digenetic in nature, and very important thing, what is the scientific name of the organism? So it is Fasciola hepatica. This is part of your practical also. You will be watching or visualizing a slide of it in the compound microscope. Okay, so let me summarize once again for you. Common liver fluke has the scientific name of Fasciola hepatica. This is digenetic in nature, means it will be completing its life cycle in two hosts. First primary host and then secondary host. Primary host includes sheep or goat, in which sexual maturity will be attained. This causal organisms, it degenerates the liver, and the name of the disease is cirrhosis. Okay, now let's talk about the Chinese or Oriental liver fluke. This is the organism that causes fascioliasis in the human beings. in the human beings. And the causal organism scientific name is Opisthochus sinensis. Okay, so this is the causal organism that will affect the human beings. So we have studied what liver fluke can cause in sheep, goat and human being. Let's move on to another disease, which is filariasis. Okay, filariasis, it is also known as elephantiasis. As elephantiasis is giving you an idea that the word elephant is there. So human being affected part will become so large that it will resemble as if it is the foot of elephant, right? Limbs are generally affected by this disease. This is also known as Helminth-Born disease, and the causal organism, it is known as Vocaria bancrofti. Practice this name by writing as many times until you will be assured. Okay, so filariasis or elephantiasis is caused by a helminth, which is also known as filaria worm. Okay, commonly it is also known as filaria worm, and the scientific name is Vocaria bancrofti. This organism generally infects the lymph nodes of an organism, and once the infection is there, there is enormous swelling in the body. And there is one image given in NCERT where you can see that the leg of the affected individual has become just like elephant, right? That is why the name of the disease is known as elephantiasis. Now, infection may proceed from one human being to another with the help of mosquito bite, and Culex mosquito is involved in spreading this disease. That means Culex mosquito will act as a vector and it will spread the disease. Okay. Now let's come on to another one, and that is dermophytosis. Okay, this is the skin infection about which we are talking about, and it is also known as ringworm because lesions, they appear on the skin and they are in the form of a circle. That's why it is known as ringworm infection. Okay, so lesion is any injured area that is generally circular in shape. So lesions may appear on the skin, or lesions may also appear in the nails, and if the moisture content is there, the infection may proceed to other body parts as well. Okay, so the organism which are responsible for causing this is skin infection. It could include Microsporum species, right? It could also include Trichophyton and Dermophyton. Okay, these three names you have to learn. These may be involved in causing the skin infection due to fungus. So these are all the names of the fungus which can cause dermophytosis, and it is characterized by the appearance of lesions on the skin. If moisture content is there on the skin, this will further spread the diseases. And the names of the organism could include Microsporum, Trichophyton and Dermophyton. Now, we need to study the names of viral borne diseases. Okay, the diseases that are caused by virus are known as virus borne diseases. In your syllabus, there are 3 diseases. First is dengue. Second is chikungunya. It's K. chikungunya. Okay, and the third one is AIDS. Okay, now dengue is caused by dengue virus. Okay, this disease is caused by a virus which is known as dengue virus, but it is again a vector-borne disease, and the mosquito which is responsible for spreading this disease is Aedes aegypti. Means dengue virus resides in this mosquito and then it spreads. Okay, the prominent symptom of dengue disease is fever. Okay, and let's come on to chikungunya now. Chikungunya is caused by a group of viruses, and all of these viruses, they fall in the category of alpha virus. Okay, so chikungunya can happen due to all the viruses that are belonging to the category which is alpha virus. The disease, basically it is characterized by joint pain and fever. You don't have to study much for this as well. Okay, the third and the very important disease for virus is AIDS, and AIDS stands for acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Okay, this is the full form of AIDS, and this is caused by virus. The name of the virus is human immunodeficiency virus. The students, they get confused. Is HIV the name of the virus, or the name of the virus is AIDS? So let me make you clear. AIDS is the name of the disease and it is caused by HIV. Okay, and here the word immunodeficiency is there. That means in AIDS there will be deficiency in the immune system, because of which the affected individual may catch number of diseases. So it is not characterized by one symptom. Multiple infections could occur because the general immunity of the body is weak, and there is no cure of it. It is caused by human immunodeficiency virus, because this disease is happening during the later part of life, during some course of time. Okay, after birth. That is why the prefix acquired is used. An acquired word is, whenever we are using it, it means that we have acquired it during the later part of the life, just after the birth. Okay, so the name of the disease becomes acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Why are we using the word syndrome? As I just said, that mixture of symptoms will be there in the body because the general immunity is weak. I hope this was helpful to you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly do so urgently, and stay tuned for more videos. Happy learning.